Hey everybody, welcome to the 1804 Show Chapter 2. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and this is another episode of 1804 History. Yeah, and again, before I start, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, the 1804 Show Chapter 2, and let's get it. Okay. I know this episode, this history segment is going to be very controversial, but it is what it is. I'm going to tell the truth. Anybody got a problem with my truth, y'all can unsubscribe and y'all could just, go find something else to do. But I'm going to tell the truth here. So for this episode, it's pretty much you have to be like an artist to understand where I'm coming from and where I'm coming from. And just a lot of people like to give Elvis the title, the king of rock and roll, the iconic flowers and prestige and this and that. But to me, I feel like he was a thief. Like, even though like a lot of people, as far as like a few black musicians and stuff like that, give him his credit, give him his just due. But the truth is, he never gave Big Mama Thornton her credit. And like I said, you got to be an artist. You have to be in the studio. You have to record in order to understand where I'm coming from. Now, if you just a regular civilian, then you won't get it. You won't understand how much time and how much effort it is making a record and being in the studio and stuff like that. You won't understand. So I'm only speaking from an artist's perspective. But yeah, he is really known for his Hound Dog, which he recorded back in 1956. But Big Mama Thornton recorded it 3 years prior. And it's unfortunate based on the fact that she doesn't get the credit and the recognition that she deserves. And that happened a lot. You've seen a lot of biopics that will play and that will show scenes of white artists and white musicians that will re-record a lot of black artists' music, and they would pretty much get put on the radio. 5 Heartbeats, the Little Richard movie, Why Do Fools Fall in Love? Like, you've seen so many of these record companies and these publishing companies made millions of dollars off our music, off our blood, sweat, and tears, and off our pain, and off our struggle, off our trauma. They made millions of dollars off the stuff we created because we are the best. And they always wanted to be like us. And it's just unfortunate, man, because I had a chance to watch the Elvis movie that came out for research purposes. And it sucks because me and him have the same birthday. It sucks. But other than that, whether what people say and what people speculate that, oh no, he wasn't a racist and he wasn't, he loved our music, he loved our people and this and that. So if that was the case, I feel like, how come he never cut people a check? Because I think the movie really was directed from an Elvis fan. Because they did not show his dirt. You know what I'm saying? They really protected this man's legacy. The actor and the writing and the direction of the movie, like, a lot of people really want to mention, especially from the dude that got his his swag and his cadence and his craft from. Roy Hamilton. Roy Hamilton was a black singer, and he got in his style from him. Like, if you hear both their voices, you will know. And I'm going to do a video on that too, because I'm not finished with this Elvis rant. I'm not finished with that yet. But it's just unfortunate that you have people who were artists and people who gave their lives, especially like in the South, you know what I'm saying? Considering that it was the Chitlin circuit at that time. There was segregation, racism, the Ku Klux Klan, all that stuff. But yet, you know, these people were putting their lives on the line, performing in these segregated venues and segregated cities. But yet, you have white artists come and steal their songs and never got the recognition for it, never got an apology. Like, you just take my whole song. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cruel. That's childish. That's petty. Like, a lot of people don't understand how hard it was for people who were considered Negro artists, who was like soul singers, who was like in doo-wop and rock and roll back in them days, because we invented all of that. We invented country music too. And what people fail to realize is that, because right now it's like a debate on hip hop, who invented it, who contributed, who created it. Like I said, hip hop, rap music came from Black Americans. It started here, and it has evolved into a conglomerate, into one of the biggest money makers of all time. But it came from us. I was born in this country, and you have a whole lot of people who don't have the family crest, who's from other places, who migrated here, who traveled here, and who immigrated here. Want to talk about, oh, you Black Americans don't have no culture, y'all don't have no history, y'all don't have no idea who you are. And they're right. You know, we have history. It was taken from us. Everybody came in and stole. Everybody get rich off us, Black Americans. And we don't have really anything to show for it. And then when they don't need us anymore, they like to throw us under the bus. They like to disrespect us. But everybody got their monies and got their millions off of our money and sweat and tears. We built this country. We made sure that music like hip hop, music like R&B, music like pop music is relevant today. It's because of what we did. And I'm just so sick of people talking about just, he was paying homage. Like, he didn't steal anything. She didn't even write the song. She didn't even own the publishing. But she recorded it first. So when you're the original, it's no debate. There's no negotiation if you haven't recorded anything, if you haven't been an artist before. Y'all don't understand just, she died in poor health. She died broke because her copy only sold 1 million copies. Well, over 1 million copies. While Elvis, is known for that and sold over 10 million copies in the US alone. And not once, like, he brought her on stage with him and did like a duet to the song. For allowing him, well, for allowing her to give him his biggest hit ever. Because regardless of what people say, it's the truth. Everybody benefits off us. Everybody get rich off us. But yet, you know, we out here still broke. We out here still don't have nothing. We out here being brutalized. We out here being attacked. Financially, emotionally, physically, psychologically, we are being attacked. And it's just crazy because we have been in this country. We was already here. We've been in this country longer than everybody. You know what I'm saying? We created everything. Everybody copies the American Negro. Everybody copies the black man, the black woman, the black children of America. Everybody copy us. And I don't care what anybody say. Anybody has something to say, you know, nobody cares. I don't want to hear that, you know, because at the end of the day, it's the truth. And the truth hurts sometimes. You know, we the reason why this country still here, that it haven't been destroyed or demolished, because it's the blood, the sweat, and the tears of the black Americans. And everybody else, you know, but everybody else hasn't experienced or suffered the way that the black American did, and we still undefeated, we still strong. And what really pissed me off about that movie was, and try to make it seem like he was just originated everything. Like he already had like the dance steps and the voice, the songs down pat. Excuse me. But he learned all of that. He learned all of that from black musicians. And it just, what kills me is that it's going to be my own people disagreeing, going to debate and this and that. But hey, it's the truth. Little Richard should get the most recognition and credit. Little Richard should have at least a huge memorial somewhere. And his tombstone should, well, his final resting place should be more extravagant. Because Elvis got a nice tomb, a nice resting place. But Little Richard is buried with everybody else, with the general public. He just have a small tombstone with his name on it. But what people need to know is that we created everything. There would be no music if it wasn't for black Americans. The popular music, the music that's timeless, classics. We make it all worth everybody wild. We made the best music. And regardless of what people say, we did it for years. And they can say whatever they want, but it's the truth. But yeah, I'm gonna do a part 2 to this video, and I'm going to like discuss Roy Hamilton, because Roy Hamilton doesn't get the recognition, he doesn't get the credit that he deserves, because he the one that Elvis studied and mimic his voice and his vocal patterns and his techniques and all that stuff. So I'm gonna probably get into that this week if I'm not busy, but I got some more stuff coming up, and Y'all tune in tomorrow. Have a special guest coming in tomorrow. And peace.